We are about to be in the game. Here we are. So who is going to be fed to whom? Who will make a leather sofa out of whom? That is the question. Send us your opinions on who should be the sofa. Mihu has a smoke and a defuse kit for the CT side of Virtus.Pro. They are defending, sending 3 people towards the B bomb site. Pasha playing close to the shadow position. We see grenades going quickly into the A site. This will be a prompt one. Rez can raise. You love that Pasha is in that shadow position, but Snatchy's there as well with 2 kills. And there are problems here on this pistol for NiP.
Snatchy, good damage there. On to Get Right, leaving Lekra alone. We know what he can do with pistols though, and he's got the P250. No Kevlar to work though with it, and that's an issue. That means that he has to be absolutely perfect if the 1 versus 3 wasn't enough already. Some fancy stickers there to show off on that P250. Looks very nice, but will the headshots go his way? Very good discipline here from the Polish side as VP slowly but surely whittle Lekro down. 2 HP left, and surely he indeed, Mihu will finish him, and that'll be the first round going to VP. Good start for them.
So, for those of you in GoTV, I have to suggest Pasha, and I don't know, I don't always pick one per side. I think for now I'm going to go with Pasha. Anything for you? Pasha and Forest for me. Pasha and Forest.
Probably, yeah, I think I'm going to say Dennis and Pasha. And we'll see if they can get firing off here. These Deagles are really dangerous. And they've actually decided to get Kevlar with them as well. I think there are different schools of thought with this. Some schools of thought is that, with the Deagle, you're thinking about angles in which it's the first shot that counts anyway, so the Kevlar doesn't give you too much. But the Kevlar, if you do get those shots, it allows you to finish a round much more successfully. But it's all about VP. Can they restrict these angles? And indeed, they are doing so quite well. I don't think there's been a single opportunity here so far for NiP. They're going to have to force the issue into a site, and that's where the Deagles get weak. And so VP are doing a really good job here so far.
Mihu's boosted on the default box. Now, what can Barley do? Does he hear... Oh, no one's taken any damage from the Molotov, so he might not know that anyone's there. 42 seconds left. Dennis still in that boosted position in the mid-window. 35 seconds left, and Virtus.Pro are just waiting. They are static. Now the footsteps will be heard. There's a flying player from Rez. Mihu will have to engage though because Barley can't get the job done. 2 kills for Mihu, and now there are weapons to collect. Instant flank from Dennis. Surely spots 1 player in the market, and this is a big issue for Virtus.Pro. Snatchy pressing forward, trying to take out the players in front of him before the one behind causes a bigger problem. But there is Lekra with a Deagle. Would you expect anything less from him? Lekra and Deagles means headshots almost every time. That isn't smoked off. See how Rez clears connector. Checks the right corner first. The left one is a blind spot, so checks that one second. Behind that box to the right is also a blind spot. You can have a CT there staring at the ground. You can find me there trying to knife people sometimes. Moving through to the short B position now. Dennis, how many players is he about to spot? Snatchy. There's another one by the bench. There are 2 more players. Once again, a boost in default spot. Does he catch Mihu? Yes, nice flick from him. That leaves Barley alone, and that is quite the cleanup. There was a stack towards the site, but they were methodical, they were surgical. They made their incisions.
And that definitely spells problems here for VP, who will have to play catch-up, but they can't really do that much in this round, at least not on the face of things. As we look at Dennis firing off here. Great entries found by him. Just, as you say, very clean stuff. It's such a strong start. They've been pushed. Forest has the bomb and he's alone. This is very dangerous. 35 seconds to go. The 2 NiP players on the bomb site need to do the damage. Rez will get one, as does Get Right, which really opens things up. A passage is cleared for Forest to get that bomb planted. 25 seconds though to do so as Get Right holds angles. And he's got to hit the shots because there is no smoke grenade. Oh, there is! Forest will be able to block off that jungle position. And Pasha has not got an angle. This is looking promising for NiP, or maybe not.
Oh, he really had to land that frag. That is brutal. Creeping through the smoke is Barley, but Get Right will spot him. Had the better angle, it seems. And now Pasha, opportunity may have gone. Does he go for the gamble? He wants to draw out a second player. One moving towards that connector position, and Forrest is not going to expect this. The flashbang's there, but it's too late. Pasha doesn't have a kit though. There's one in front of him, you can see it there, but that would draw him out. Going for a 10-second defuse, but didn't even get to 9 before Get Right took him out. In parts, they've been holding on because of the status at the Major until that woeful match we commentated, which I think was on Mirage, if I'm not mistaken. But here they are again with the pistols, and that's a juicy weapon to be collected. Nobody in B apartments to stop them. However, NiP are charging through mid, expecting the CTs to fall back, but they gambled and went through B. So now NiP are going for a super fast split on the A side. We've got Snatchy moving through Palace in the meantime. miHu's running the distraction. He's up close with Rez, trying to reload his gun. He's got more CTs here. And with Snatchy in Palace, this is surely spelling disaster for NiP.
Yeah, they're picking up all kinds of guys. This is awkward. Nice shot from miHu. Nails Get Right as Lecro is just have to try to take some guns out of these hands of these VP players. 2 fast frags a minute to play with, 14 HP, and AWP trained on his position. Surely no way he can do this. Oh, the repositioning from miHu could have created an opportunity, but it would not be there for Lecro in the end as he gets taken out.
Indeed. 2 players on the T side with P250s, smoke, and a flash. The prevalence of the P250 is pure Yoi in the pistol round, on the T side specifically. Much greater range for a one-shot than a Glock. Can make all the difference. 4 players out in the mid position. Is this a fast charge into the short area? Forrest! Oh boy, he is sweeping. 2 players taken out, but the bomb is still collected. And that's a lot of information for these CTs. Rez will stay towards A for the time being. They're rotating, but they're delivering almost all the kills NiP. 4 versus 2, and it seems the plan has been abandoned. The high ground advantage has been lost now towards the B bomb site, but Snatchy will try to clear out A while Neo still waits on short.
Yeah, that PT50 doing well so far, although as I say that, Snatchy will lose the 1v1, and perhaps indeed the chances will be shut down for VP. NiP pick up the pistol, and they need to do what NiP did and win this 4 spy that is to follow. VP is a really tough situation. You can see Forrest here opening things up for his team. Just a spray down with that USP, easy stuff. And yeah, we get the 4 spy from VP. This has to work. This has to do some damage.
Well then, how do you close the distance? Going Palace is one way. Got to cut the noise now because Rez is in the shadow position. Pasha will slow down before he gets to the ramp area as well. And if they go early, this should be free for Rez. Only the players inside the Palace have flashbangs. There's Pasha on the low ground taken out. Easy for Rez, make that money, no damage done. Nothing at all for Virtus.Pro in that round. No kills, no plants. And they got roasted by a UMP, at least in part, which is bonus money. And now they know no one's there. But it cost them another $600. Hello, Pasha hiding behind the smoke, waiting for a trade fragger, but he's got too many places to look. In the meantime, Virtus.Pro charging into the B bomb site, and Forrest gets wiped out on short.
Yeah, this is a really difficult situation to retake this B bomb site. VP have constructed a very difficult task here for NiP to try to overcome. Rez will peek out from short. Oh, going for the transfer. Looks good, looked like it could be on, but it was not enough. Get Right and Dennis doing damage. Dennis, that's incredible. 1 more player to go now. Neo 1 versus 2. VP had everything going for them, but NiP, they can't be denied here. They find their way to success. I don't know how. And 1 more round's all that's required. And we'll see whether or not VP can scrap together enough with this pitiful money to manage to create a dent even in NiP. Because some of these rounds have looked quite flawless for the ninjas in Pajim Jams. Okay, so 3 AKs as he said in a Galil. 2 smoke grenades. It's not pretty, that is for sure. But will it be enough? NiP not wanting to overstep the situation. They are playing a passive setup. Keep things under control. Just close out the first game easily. Don't let it get complicated. That first half seems so much more competitive. VP, though, in this second half have been shut down pretty hard.
Well, 3 of those 4 rounds, they essentially had pistols. Sorry, 3 of those 5 rounds. The pistol round and then 2 more very unlikely rounds. So let's see. 1 minute now for Virtus.Pro as they slowly emerge in that mid position. Forest is waiting behind the smoke, quietly so, with a silenced M4 no less. Notable at this point. Get right in the sandwich position. This will be hard to check for. Standing deep into the corner, he can't be seen from Palace. There is one. Now he has to press forward to get the second one, but he can't. Plenty of trades around the site. 3 on 3, make it 2 as Miyu is taken out. And Virtus.Pro have not yet crossed to the site with the players who are alive, but that's one way to do it by Ali. We've got Forest now in the connector position. The bomb can't go down. Everything is covered. Trying to bait out a peek, but Dennis doesn't believe on the first try. He has an AWP. There's a flashback from his teammate. Not sure if it works, but AWP certainly does. Spotting. Showing a little bit too much, and Pasha, they're both in red, these CTs. Presses on forward. Oh, he sees him. He's trying to bait the trade frag. There he goes, but the insta-trade from Ninjas in Pyjamas, and that will be that. 16-5 over Virtus.Pro here on Mirage.
It was a close one. Could have gone VP's way, but still, it was a more than an uphill struggle for them. NiP out of the gate, though, looking strong, looking clean, and that's what you want to see if you are a fan of the Ninjas in Pyjamas. And they're an exciting team. They are a very exciting team. VP, though, they'll have more chances to prove themselves here.